Hello, hi, I'm back. I'm Katie, Introverted Reader. She's back. The sun went away, so we're dealing with the one single light in my bedroom. So I posted a book haul there a couple minutes ago, and I figured while we're all still here, I'll just do part 2 just while I'm here. So anyway, without further ado, the next lot of books I want to show you are, the majority of the books in either of these parts are ones that I bought myself for my birthday, because, you know, that's what I do. I have no self-control. But anyway, the first book that I want to show is The Caged Queen by Kristen Cicerelli. I think that's how I pronounce her name. This is kind of like a companion novel to her other novel called The Last Namsara, which I have on my shelf as well. This is basically just about two sisters that are kind of like estranged or something, and I'm not entirely sure what else is supposed to go down, but whatever, we can read it and find out. I'll just, you know what, I'm just gonna throw them on my bed as I go along because I'm just that done. Next I have Aristotle and Dante, Discover the Secrets of the Universe by Benjamin Alire-Sands. This is actually a recommendation from one of you guys, actually, because I had said that I wanted to read more LGBTQ plus contemporaries, you know, after reading Simon and Noah and Let's Talk About Love as well. I was just like, I need more. So this apparently is a really well loved one within the booktube world, and it's won a lot of awards, so it's gotta be good, right? So I'm excited to read it. The next lot of books I'll just show you all together because they're a series, and it is the Poison Study series by Maria V. Snyder. So I'll just go through each one real quick. Poison Study is book 1. Magic Study is book 2. Fire Study is book 3. Shadow Study is book 4. Night Study is book 5. And Dawn Study is book 6. Now, I read the first 3 books in this series years ago. I remember really, really loving them. I didn't know that there was 6 books in the series, and I hadn't, you know, known these existed or that they were out or whatever. So I saw the box set for like really, really cheap. It was like £8. I was like, you kidding me? An entire box set of 6 books for £8? Yes, please. But it's basically about this girl called Yelena, and she is in prison. But then the king, or the person in charge of her land, comes to her and offers her a deal. And he's like, you can become the taste tester for, you know, for me and for the kingdom. Or you can be executed. So she's just like, okay. She becomes taste tester for the person in charge. I can't remember if it's a king or if it's something else. I can't remember, but I remember really, really enjoying it when I first read it, and I'm really excited to delve back into the world again and read the last 3 books and see how that goes. Now, the next one is a big boy. Priory of the Orange Tree by Samantha Shannon. She is also the author of The Bone Season. If I remember, I can't remember the name of that trilogy, but I have The Bone Season on my shelf somewhere because, like I said, I'm a hoarder. I'm not entirely sure what this is about, but from what I gather, there are dragons. It's set in a queendom, and there's a female romance in here as well, and it's humongous because it's just like a standalone fantasy, and if you're going to do a standalone fantasy, it may as well be chunky. So there's that. It's a gorgeous cover. It's absolutely lovely, and I've seen lots of people on BookTube reading it and really liking it, so the next one I want to show you is The Boneless Marcys by April Genevieve I don't know how to pronounce your name. I'm really, really sorry. From what I gather, this is about these women who are like who are called the Boneless Marcys. They are death traders, and they're hard to kill. It says hired to kill quickly, quietly, and mercifully. So yeah, basically this is just about them and just their work, and I don't really know what else. It's quite short, but we shall see what happens when we read it eventually. The next one I want to show you is obviously a gorgeous cover. Like, look at that spine. Love that. This is Shadowscent by PM Freestone. I haven't really heard anybody talking about this, but from what I gather, the Crown Prince gets poisoned and our main character is brought in. It says scent has power, and it says our main character is a poor village girl with a talent for fragrances, and Ash, the prince's loyal bodyguard, to find an antidote because the prince has fallen ill, and these two basically get called in to find an antidote to help him get better, because obviously if he dies, that would not be good. So again, another like high fantasy type story, and this is just reflecting like everywhere, like she's just shining away, and I love it. So excited to read that. The next one is one I've seen floating about booktube as of late, and it's A Curse So Dark and Lonely by Brigid Kemmerer. It's a modern retelling of Beauty and the Beast. To be honest, I have heard mixed reviews on this. Well, actually not mixed, it's all pretty one-sided. A lot of booktubers I've seen that have read this have not really liked it. You know, they said that it was like okay, but there wasn't that much to the story. But I mean, I'm an open-minded person. I will definitely give this book a chance. Every book that I have, I take with a grain of salt, and I give it the benefit of the doubt, and I'm like, you know what, we will just read, and let's just see how this goes. And that's what I'm going to do with this one. So yeah, actually let me know if any of you have actually read this, and what your thoughts are on it. The next three is the Chaos Walking trilogy by Patrick Ness. We have the first one, as you can see, The Knife of Never Letting Go. The Ask and the Answer is book 2, and Monsters of Men is obviously book 3. Patrick Ness is also the author of A Monster Calls. I never read that one. I went to see the movie adaptation when it came out, and I cried watching the movie. But this one is basically about a society where everyone can hear everyone else's thoughts. And then I think our main character stumbles upon this place where there is silence, where he can't hear anyone. And yeah, and I'm not entirely sure what else is supposed to go down, but I'm definitely excited. It's been a while since I've read a good dystopian, so I'm hoping that those deliver. The next one is The City of Brass by S.A. Chakraborty. I think that's how you pronounce that. Let me know if I'm pronouncing any of these names wrong. This is basically set in 18th century Cairo, and our main character tries to make a wish or something, or do magic, and she accidentally sets free a djinn, or like a genie or something, and it's obviously that is not good. I've seen this floating around booktube as well, and everyone says that it's great, it's wonderful. Apparently the sequel for it came out. I don't have the sequel, but I will definitely read this one and give you my honest opinion on it once I read it. The next one is a contemporary. Well, it's sort of a young adult sort of murder mystery thriller. Truly Devious by Maureen Johnson. I've seen this floating about booktube as well. A lot of people have said they really, really enjoy it. Yes, young adult murder mystery type thing. And I'm excited to read it because it's been a while since I've read a good one. Next one is Moxie by Jennifer Mathieu or something like that. Sorry, please tell me how to pronounce these authors' names. How do I pronounce that? Please help me. But basically this is about this girl called Vivian, and she is tired of the sexist dress codes at her school, so she decides to do something about it along with a couple other girls in her class to create more of a movement, and just fight back against the oppression that faces young girls in schools every day. And hats off to all of you. The next one Then I want to show you, it's just, I have a pile of them on the floor, that's why I keep bending over. The Darkest Star by Jennifer L. Armentrout. I adore her books. This is set in the Lux world, so this should be really fun to just binge read. Dreamwalker by JD Oswald. This is a book like another fantasy. There's like dragons and stuff involved in. I'm not entirely sure the synopsis because it's been a while, but from what I gather, high fantasy, dragons, that's all I need to know. The last three, well actually these two are part of the same series. Sightwitch and Bloodwitch. This is the novella sort of book set in the Truthwitch world by Susan Dennard. I'm reading Truthwitch right now, and this is the third full novel in the series called Bloodwitch, obviously. I am reading Truthwitch right now. It is right here. I'm currently reading it. I'm just over 200 pages in, and I'm enjoying it. It's good. It's good. It's okay. It's all right. No, I don't mean like it's okay, like I'm not enjoying it. I am enjoying it. Like there's a lot of high-paced action and stuff in there. And the last one I want to show you is The Gilded Wolves by Roshni Chokshi. What else is she the author of? I'm trying to think if she is like the author of anything that I would have read as of lately, but I can't remember. But this is set in like I think 18th century France or something like that. I'm not entirely sure exactly what the full synopsis is, but I think our main character is a boy, which is quite exciting. It's very rare that that we read a young adult novel where our main protagonist is a boy, so yeah, I'm excited. And it has like uneven edges. I love that. I love deckled edges. Thumbs up if you're a fan of deckled edges. Oh, we love deckled edges in this house. Anyway, those are all the books that I have accumulated in the last like month or so. Again, it was my birthday last month, so I splurged and got myself some books. I might go through my bookshelf soon and get rid of some. I actually picked up a few there and set them on my bed and be like, do you know what? I don't even need these anymore. I'm not going to read them again. So we might be doing an unhaul very, very soon to make room for all the new kids. But anyway, thank you so much for watching. Please follow me on Instagram and Twitter. Please join the Introverted Reader Book Club if you haven't already. I'll do updates and stuff on Twitter, but if you want to join the Facebook page, there's a link to it on my Instagram. So yeah, follow me there, go join the book club, do all those things. Like, comment, and subscribe if you want to. And I will see you in my next video.